Hey, good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to Bull City Hangout 1219. I'm Pat Murray. I publish the Durham Skywriter, that's Durham's online community paper. Check it out in its entirety at durhamskywriter.com. And well, today for Bull City Hangout, I tell you what's happening today in Durham. I invite you to click on that link right there on the Durham Skywriter Facebook page if you'd like to join me on camera to shoot the breeze, say hello, say happy holidays. All of that would be great. It would also be great if you share this out. That way, more people here in Durham can find out what is happening. So let me put on my specs and move my keyboard. Hey, William M. Andrews is here. Hey, William. Very happy to see. Let me put your comment on screen. There you go. Hey, William. Hope everything is going well. And I love it when you say that. It's a beautiful day in the Bull City, and it actually is. The sun is out. Now, yesterday they said there was going to be a 90% chance of rain. It was going to be all cloudy and everything. And look, it's sunny out. It's beautiful out. What can you do? So maybe it's because William said it's a beautiful day in the Bull City. Maybe that's the key. So what I'm going to do today with Bull City Hangout, though, because a lot of things are kind of, it's right before Christmas. Some things are being canceled or skipped or whatever because of the holiday. For example, the senior center's closed right now. They had morning activities, and they didn't say why they're closed this afternoon, but they did call everybody on their list, and they said at the Durham Center for Senior Life that they're closed this afternoon. So there you go. So what I'm going to do today is I'm only going to list things from the Let's Go calendar of events page. So let's get started. I don't want to take up your whole lunch hour. So let's see. Today's the 19th. Okay. So just started a few minutes ago, but the Glass Jug Beer Lab, the one that's downtown at 545 Foster Street, they host the Friday co-working and networking social every week from noon until 5. So basically it's for freelancers, entrepreneurs, remote workers who are usually working in isolation, maybe starting to feel a little, especially during the holiday season, it's rough being by yourself all the time. So I totally relate. So you can take your laptop to the Glass Jug, and they have a little area set aside, I suppose. You can do your work from noon until 4. And then from 4 until 5, you can have a beverage and meet your today's co-workers, make new friends, so maybe you won't be so isolated. It might just so happen that you meet someone who's running a business that's similar to yours or in the same area. Maybe you can collaborate. You never know. Sometimes you see people doing what you're doing and you feel competitive, and you might want to undermine them a little bit, but you might discover that collaborating can definitely help the both of you. Check it out. Anyway, that is today, going on right now at 545 Foster Street downtown. Now, happening later on at Boxyard RTP, which is at 900 Park Offices Drive off of Highway 54, singer guitarist Stephen Munoz will be leading Lojo, that is log off, jam on. Bring your musical instrument, whatever it is. I've seen people bring uh, unusual musical instruments. So you can join Stephen Munoz on stage and have some fun this evening from 5:30 until 8:30. This is an outdoor venue, so you want to make sure that you have your jacket on. They do have heaters on stage, and they also have heaters above the crowd, and the biggest fan you've ever seen, slowly pulling the warm air from the heaters down into the crowd below. So you don't have to worry about being cold at Boxyard until it's like 30 degrees or whatever. But anyway, you should be very comfortable because I think it's going to be a nice evening. We're going to check the weather just to make sure, just a few minutes. Okay. Oh, I didn't mention that it's free, totally free. But you will be surrounded by restaurants, and you might smell barbecue and delicious Korean food and pizza and whatnot. So you might want to have a couple of dollars on you just in case you get hungry. The Durham Bulls Festa Bowl of Lights continues at the DBAP, the Durham Bulls Athletic Park. The official address is 409 Blackwell Street. So basically, this is an event which is happening every single night, including Sundays, through January 3rd. So it's from 5:30 until 9. Tickets are 12. It's a great event for the family because the ballpark is being turned into like a winter wonderland. Hey, Scopey's here. Hey, Scopey. Happy to see you. Hope you're having a good holiday season so far. I certainly am. I'm back from Chicago. I had a beautiful 70th birthday party, and boy, did I have fun. It was nice seeing the family and friends. And it's really funny when you reach 70, you realize that a lot of your friends, or some of your friends, you've had them for like 50 years. That's like mind boggling. So, anyway, so hope you're having a great holiday season. Let me continue. I was talking about the Festival of Lights, where the ballpark has been turned into like a winter wonderland. Thousands of twinkling lights, synchronized to holiday music. And then they have, you can take a ride on the NC by train Holiday Express. They're going to have a holiday craft zone, a place to write letters to Santa and to send letters to Santa. They're going to have a fire pit zone where you can make s'mores with your kids or whoever. You can meet Santa Claus and Wool-E Claus. There's a scavenger hunt, Christmas tree alley, all kinds of beautiful Christmas trees, and you can take a thrilling ride on the holiday slide. Like I said, tickets are 12, free for little ones age 2 and younger. You can get your tickets in advance at the Bulls box office during the day, or from 9 to 5, or you can just get them online, and that might be a little easier. It's up to you. Okay, line dancing with Jitterbug at the Edison Johnson Recreation Center, 500 West Murray Avenue from 6 until 7. It's $4. 3 if you're a senior. They can learn all the latest and classic line dances. And you might need to know that because if you're going to holiday parties, they're going to break out the line dances, and you might want to try to get one of those fans because they're having lots of fun with those, popping those fans. So you might want to see if you can get one of those. Wheels Durham, they're hosting Durham Family Night Skate. That is this evening from 6 until 8:30. They have cut the admission just about in half, so it's $8 to get in. You can rent skates if you don't own skates already. You can rent them for 6, 7 if you want to get the fancy roller blades. Now, if you're a parent and you're going to watch the little ones, your kids, and you're not planning to skate yourself, they do want you to pay for just, hope you don't mind that. They also have a clear bag policy. They want to make sure that people don't bring in anything inappropriate or weird. There you go. And that again is from 6 until 8:30. I didn't give you the address, did I? Wheels Durham is at 715 North Hoover Road, and it's now owned by the city. I don't know if you knew that. But yeah, it used to be family owned by, I don't know the name of the family, but anyway, it's been sold to the city of Durham and run by Durham Parks and Recreation. How about that? Okay, it is Third Friday after all. It is December 19th, Third Friday. Now, Downtown Durham Inc. is usually set up in CCB Plaza, 201 North Corcoran, but I noticed that on social media, or maybe it was their website, they were saying that they're not planning to be out there. They probably thought it was going to be super cold. But anyway, they don't plan to be out there, but they still want people to come out and go to the various um, uh, galleries. And let me tell you what's happening because there are a few things that I gleaned from Facebook. So, the Makers Society, they're still going to have their Durham Foodie Fair in Durham Central Park, 501 Foster Street. So, this is a combination food truck rodeo, and you can shop with more than 20 arts and crafts vendors. This will be from 5:30 until 9:30 in Durham Central Park, 501 Foster Street. Now, the Durham Art Guild, which is at 120 Morris Street, they're going to be hosting the 71st juried exhibition opening reception featuring works by 90 artists from around the country. This is a big deal. This is going to be in Truist Gallery. So, this reception will be from 6 until 8 this evening. The Durham Arts Council, they're in the same building, 120 Morris Street. And Scopey's here, right? Scopey was just at the Durham Arts Council telling stories and hosting a really fun event a couple of months ago. Anyway, let me continue. So, the Durham Arts Council, they're going to be hosting the Sources of Joy exhibit by the Inter Latin American Artist Collective in the Allenton and Simmons galleries. And this will also be from 6 until 8, and the featured artists include, and I apologize in advance for if I mispronounce any names, but I like to give shout outs to everyone. So the artists are Caro Arias, Leticia Alvarez, Antonio Alanis, I see an accent, wait a minute, Alanis, Jennifer Cruz Ciprian, Cornelia, Cornelio Campos, Pepe Caudillo, Luciana Cruz Celestino, Jose Manuel Cruz, Jason Franklin, Anthony Garza, Raulo, Raulo Howard, Luis McKinney, Danny Pena, Nora Phillips, Jorge Luis Ramos, Karen Rose, Alida Gonzalez Sanchez, um, oh, this is a cool name. Like Ambiorix. Oh, that looks cool. Ambiorix. That's a cool name. Santos. Miriam. Now, what is X in Spanish? I know in Portuguese it's a sh sound. Is it Miriam Shimil or Simil? And Jorge Suluaga. So I'm sure I messed up some of the names, but I did want to at least try because I still want to give them shout outs, even if I mispronounce the names, because they deserve it. These are great artists. You can see their art on display in the Durham Arts Council. The reception again is from 6 until 8. Now, the Durham Art Guild's Golden Belt Gallery. So they're in two spots. They're at 120 Morris Street, and they're also part of Golden Belt at 800 Taylor Street. So they're going to be hosting Jacqueline S. Doolin's exhibit, Calibration and Compendium, a Cancer Sojourn. And that's going to be from 6 until 8. And last but not least, I would think that the bull ride will still be around. This is where the ambassadors from downtown Durham Inc. They have these cool vehicles and they're purple in color, and they take you back and forth to the different places all over the place for free. So they serve downtown, Golden Belt, and Brightleaf Square. So don't forget, there's also arts that you can see in Brightleaf Square. Okay, last but not least for tonight, Wheels Durham, which is at 715 North Hoover Road, they're hosting Friday night adult night skate. And this is for the 18 plus, for the adults, the grown-ups, from 9 until midnight. So admission is 13, and you can rent skates if you don't already own skates. So that should be fun for the adults, the grown-ups. Now tomorrow, Durham Central Park is the home of not only the Durham Farmers Market, but also the Durham Craft Market, both from 9 until noon. And as far as the Durham Farmers Market is concerned, if you're using SNAP, EBT, you're a DHA resident, you're using WIC, you can save money, you can double your money. So stop by the manager's table in front of the bathrooms first before you spend money, because you want to make sure that you totally get your money's worth and more. Same deal with the South Durham Farmers Market, which is also from 9 until noon at Hub RTP, 500 Park Offices Drive off of Highway 54. You can double your money there as well. Both farmers markets have wooden tokens. They're not interchangeable. They have their own tokens. So definitely check them out. And either case, like I said, if you're a WIC, DHA, EBT, SNAP, get that money. Get that money so you can feed your families and keep them healthy. Ooh, ooh, Scopy, thank you. Reality Ministries live nativity is tonight. Two shows, one at 6, one at 6:45. That is not let me just say I didn't find that on Facebook, but let me write that down so I can add that. Thank you, Scopy. Oh, yeah, I did put it on screen. Okay, let me write that down though. Reality Ministries live nativity, and one is at 6 and 6:40. They're on I forget the exact address, but I think the street is Lamond, and they're on the other side. They're on the they're off of Mango. Wait, Gregson, if I'm not mistaken. Is it Gregson or Mango? Wait, Gregson. And you know where Durham School of the Arts is? They're on the other side. They're on the back side, on the other side of Gregson. So it's on Lamont Avenue. Just look it up. You'll definitely find it. It's Reality Ministries. It's a great place. Let me tell you about it real quick, if you don't mind, because you might know someone with developmental disability. So basically, it's a hangout. So if you know someone with a developmental, hey, Dave is here. Hello, my wonderful YouTube friends. Hey, Dave, nice to see you. Hope you're doing well there in Texas. Scopy's, he's got it. Thank you, Scopy. It's 916 Lamond Avenue. Thank you. So that's on the other side behind Durham School of the Arts. Thank you, Scopy. Appreciate that. Full of information as always. So helpful, and I love it. So where was I? So as far as Reality Ministries. So if you know someone with developmental disabilities, what they do, they form they're like mini clubs. So suppose their interest is hiking. So maybe they have a hiking, they can join the hiking club. Maybe they like painting. They might have a painting club. You can start whatever club you want based on your interests. They have a food preparation club. So once a month, the members of the club at Reality Ministries, they make a handcrafted, super delicious, good restaurant quality free lunch once a month. Fantastic. Big shout out to Reality Ministries. And so tonight they will be having two shows of live nativity there at 916 Lamont. Thanks again, Scopy. Appreciate that for sure. All right, let's see. Where was I? Oh, also tomorrow, District 1 PAC, that's Partners Against Crime, they meet at the Holton Career and Resource Center, which is 401 North Driver Street. And basically, this is where you get to find out what's going on in your community. District 1 is, I guess you would say, East Durham. So that is at 10 o'clock. It's usually for a couple of hours. You get to meet people from the city and the county, and of course, Durham Parks and Recreation. You meet with the police, you ask them what's going on in your neighborhood. Sometimes you can tell them what's going on. But what's really interesting, very often when people say, there's a house on my block where they're doing this and that, and usually the police are like, we know that house. They usually kind of know. So anyway, you can definitely share some information, get some back and forth, see if you need help, see if you can get that help from the police or sheriff. Sometimes the sheriff's officers are there as well. So anyway, it's just a really great way to find out what's going on in your community. Also, sometimes they talk about new retail, um, like stores that are opening. Sometimes they'll let you know if a certain store that'll be selling like alcohol, they'll let you know because sometimes people don't really want that close to the schools or the churches or whatever, and they try to keep you apprised so you can do what you need to do. All right, I think that's it for. Oh wait, here's something else happening in the morning. Oh, there's a couple more things. Okay, so the District 1 Almost said CAPS. That's Chicago. Sorry. PAC meeting. That's at 10 o'clock. Okay, now Wheels Durham, again, 715 North Hoover Road. They're going to have Kids Bop Skate tomorrow from 11 until 1:30 for the young ones. Admission is 13, and they can rent skates if they don't own. And they're going to have the Black Santa Experience at Boxyard RTP 900 Park Offices Drive off of Highway 54 from 11 until 3:30, where they're saying that Black, brown, and interracial families, they're invited to enjoy the Black Santa Experience. And I think, I mean, why not just everybody can meet Black Santa. Why not? And his name is Santa Warren, which I think is very sweet to have a special name. So they're going to have holiday shopping, holiday decor. You can purchase a holiday wreath or a holiday tree. That should be lots of fun. So, Santa comes in all colors. I'm just saying. So you don't have to be Black to want to meet a Black Santa. I mean, we have Black scientists and athletes and musicians and teachers. So it's not that big a deal. So anyway, if you want to have the Black Santa experience, that is going to be at Boxyard RTP from 11 until 3:30. And I'll bet you can probably have your picture taken with Santa also. So don't forget your phone or your camera. DJ Mickey Slicks will be playing funk, soul, and hip hop at Boxyard RTP from 11:30 until 2:30. And I'm wondering, with Santa being there, I wonder if DJ Mickey Slicks will be slipping in some seasonal music for Santa. We'll see. But anyway, it's free, totally free. You can sit and enjoy the music. Also, I have seen two tables that had like fire pits. So with it being cooler out, you might want to sit at that table if it's not already occupied. Okay, and I think that's pretty much it. I think I got everything. And I was calling around. One reason why I was 10 minutes late doing the Bull City Hangout, doing the show, I was calling around to see if I could volunteer DJ and play some holiday music. I was asking around at different venues, and they said they'd call me back or whatever. So, yeah. So, if you need a DJ I got my equipment, I got my wheels ready. I wouldn't mind playing some holiday music somewhere. Just saying. Anyway, let us check the weather because I have a feeling that it's going to be nice later on today. So let's check the weather. Let's see. You know what? It is actually, I need to go out. It's 56 right now because when I got up, it was kind of cold out. Okay, it's 56 right now. It's sunny. It's going up to 61. Oh my God. Oh, this is beautiful. It's windy though. It's windy. But the sun will, let's see, the sun's going to be out all afternoon. Sunset is at 5:04. I don't even mind that now. Yeah, so the high is going to be 61. Love it. Now, tomorrow is going to be another sunny day, a high of 53. And after the below zero temperatures that I survived in Chicago for my birthday this past week, 53 actually sounds beautiful. It really does. So the high tomorrow will be 53. And then Sunday, a high of 56 and sunny again. Looking ahead to next week, 60s next week. Are you kidding? 64 on Friday. This is wild. Let's check Chicago just for laughs. So it's 21 right now, going up to 25. I shouldn't say laughs. I shouldn't say that. My apologies if you're watching from Chicago. But yeah, it's 21 right now and 25 is the high. Let's check my other favorite cities. 53 in New York, high of 56. That's pretty good for New York. Boley, Oklahoma, 50, going up to 58. Not bad. Okay. LA, It's 53, 57 right now, going up to 69 degrees in LA. This is a big country. Okay, a couple more of my favorite cities. I thought I had a couple more. Wait a minute. Uh-oh, it's not allowing me to. Whoa, whoa. Wait, let me try this again. In fact, let me open. Okay, let me open up the weather app again. Okay, now let me try to. There it is. Talladega, Alabama, 48 in Alabama. That's weird. Going up to 54. That's pretty good. Okay. Tokyo is 38, going up to 60. Interesting. And Galway, Ireland, it's 47 going up to 49. Well, they're so far north. I'm not surprised. But back to Durham. Okay. So 56, right? That's actually really good. Going up to 61. Yeah. So my big red coat from the 1970s or 80s that I was wearing in Chicago, I'm going to put it back in its vacuum bag because it never gets cold enough to really wear that down here. So, with that, I think that's it for today's show. I hope everybody has a beautiful day. Go out and take a little walk because, yeah, high of 61. You can't beat that. Well, we will be beating it next week, won't we? I think it's wonderful. So enjoy today. Now tomorrow I will be big red. I should show you the coat. I could barely lift it. I mean, it's like one of those gigantic goose down parkas. So anyway, yeah, I should call it Big Red because it is a big red coat. And it's so old that the real fur collar that lined the hood, it aged so much that it was brittle and I had to cut it off. It's like a 40, 50-year-old coat. And Dave is saying, have a great weekend, buddies. Thank you, Miss Pat. Fist bump, Dave. Definitely. And I'll be doing the show tomorrow at 10 because tomorrow's Saturday. I usually do Bull City Hangout at 10 so that when you hear about the farmer's market, if you're a first time, for the first time viewers, I don't want to tell them that they missed the farmer's market if I'm doing the show at noon because the farmer's market's closed at noon. So anyway, I do the show at 10. So I might see you tomorrow at that time. And with that, have a beautiful day and I'll see you tomorrow. Ciao for now.